25 per meters. My girlfriend 28 F damaged my car while driving high and refuses to pay for it. My girlfriend has absolutely no problem driving while high drunk. When I say high I mean on weed. I know a lot of people drive while high and think they're fine and maybe they're right, but I try to tell her not to do it and she always laughs at me and tells me I'm being stupid, etc. Well, about a week ago she was using my car after a long night of drinking and smoking and she apparently backed into something. She says it was a lamppost in a parking lot but the damage seems much too wide for that. She didn't even bother to tell me about it until the next day when I discovered it myself. It seems to be drivable but it looks terrible and I want to get it checked out. One of the backup lights doesn't work, which is illegal to drive that way I think. I asked her for money to get the car looked at but she expects me to pay for it myself because it's my car. First of all, she makes much more money than I do and my allowance isn't enough for a situation like this. Second, she's the one that damaged the car. I literally don't have the money to pay for it out of my own pocket. I could tell the insurance someone hit me or something but I shouldn't have to honestly. She's probably spent twice the repair amount on fancy shoes and stuff like that in the last month. It's a really frustrating situation. What do you think I should do? I've tried talking to her but she won't budge. Dump her and file a lawsuit against her. She's selfish, irresponsible, and honestly an utter garbage heap of a human being because she drives under the influence. First you break up with her. Then you call your insurance company and tell them she was driving it and let them file against her insurance. Then you take her to small claims with any remaining money you are out and it's a slam-dunk victory. First of all, you shouldn't have allowed her drive the car if she was high-o drunk. That can put Toher's people lives at danger. Second of all, she is a egoist bitch, dump her and make her pay the arrangements to your car. Op. You claim to be 25 years old but you're not acting like it. So, acting like it is my advice. It's not just this incident, but the totality of what you wrote that screams she should have been your ex long ago. Dump her. Talk to your insurance agent and they end or you can go after her, small claims court etc. And #X200B. And when looking for your next partner, raise the bar on what you'll accept as she's only about herself. She acts like she's a teen, she takes zero responsibility for things and she's almost 30 years old. Next time she gets in the car under the influence, call the cops. If she kills someone in your car and isn't on your insurance, you are fucked. After she's arrested, sue her for damages. Edit. You'll both be fucked. Dump her. Yikes. Take her to court and dump her afterward. She doesn't take responsibility and doesn't care about you it seems. Loving partners don't damage the other's property and brush it off. Also driving high. Or drunk. Extremely irresponsible. Imagine if you were in the car or your pet or kid. Get out. She clearly doesn't take you seriously and has no regards for you or your things. She'll do it again. Take her to Judge Judy. Grin. You're a 25-year-old man, who is giving you this allowance? Your girlfriend. Your girlfriend is entitled, completely irresponsible, and a danger to herself and others. Anyone who sees no problem driving drunk is, I'm sorry, a complete f***ing idiot. The fact that she takes no responsibility and refuses to pay also makes her a pretty garbage person. If this what you want in a relationship? Thinking of having kids with a woman who might drive drunk or high with them in the car and teach them that nothing is their fault? I'd be dumping her ass. She clearly has no respect for you, for the law, or for other people. I'd then sue her for the damage to my car. From your comments below, she treats you like garbage and uses you, and has no regard for you at all. Bro, you can do better. You're being emotionally abused. Cut and run. You deserve better and her behavior is quite honestly disgusting to put it nicely. I would never date anyone that thinks it's okay to drive while intoxicated. Doesn't matter if it's weed as it can significantly impair judgment, motor coordination, and reaction time while driving. She could seriously harm herself or others one day. I wouldn't let her use your car again as she clearly has no respect for your property. You need to think about the kind of partner you're currently with. If the situation was reversed, would you be off the hook for driving her car and damaging it? Holy fuck, she really has no respect for you. Driving under the influence is a huge issue on its own, but the appropriate response to an incident like that is to immediately tell you what happened, make arrangements to get it fixed, and pay for your Ubers while your car is in the shop. Dump her by Felicia. Heads up because you're relatively young. Filing a false insurance claim can have major repercussions, like jail or prison. Do not tell your insurance something else happened. Think of it as robbing a convenience store. You'd be forcing them to give you money that isn't rightfully yours. Would you do that under any other circumstances? She's a wreck. Leave her. And what do you mean allowance? Break up and take her to court. Stop enabling her. If you know she takes your car while not sober, call the authorities. She can kill people driving this way. You're an adult. Act like one and stop being a doormat. You need to talk to your insurance company. They will proceed with arranging her to pay for the damages if the situation applies to their policies. Why are you with such an irresponsible, unempathic and selfish person? Dump her ass and file a lawsuit. You deserve better. Be thankful that your girlfriend didn't kill someone with your car. That is often what happens when one drives high or drunk. Going forward, do not lend your car to anyone who you know drives high or drunk. Try to get this in writing or documented in some way to help you when you follow the last Basilopes advice and sue her. So what are you going to do when the cops start asking questions about a hit and run? My girlfriend has absolutely no problem driving while high drunk. XGF. Would you want someone you care about driving high? What about when she's driving you or your kids while high? She didn't even bother to tell me about it until the next day when I discovered it myself. Still talking about your ex, right? I asked her for money to get the car looked at, but she expects me to pay for it myself because it's my car. This is not a partnership. And yeah, I don't know your area, but in mine, you're responsible for ensuring that unauthorized or unable people can't drive your vehicle. So you need to ensure that your car, which, let me remind you, can cause serious accidents and death if used incorrectly, doesn't fall into a drunkard's hands. For example, kick that shiznit to the curb, biznatch. Borrow her fancy shoes enough value to get it fixed, she pays, she gets them back, she only understands those things. Don't let the keys out of your sight. If someone is willing to risk killing themselves or other people and not care, then you do not want to be a part of that. Your relationship is only going to go downhill as long as that mindset continues. You are in what might even be an abusive relationship with someone who is taking full advantage of you. Once tragedy happens, you will experience nothing but pain. You are most likely better off single than being with her. Cut her out. Only trouble and pain is expected from her behavior. Text her about the car. Get proof that she's the one that ran into something. Then go to the police and report it. Maybe it was just a lamppost and there's no damage to it. But maybe it's a lot more than that. CYA and then sue her for the repairs. Sounds like you need to put yourself first and see that she's very selfish. Dump her. Take her to small claims court. You break up with her and then take her to court. Why in the world would you want to be with someone who routinely puts her life and the lives of others at risk like that? She's horribly selfish, immature, and irresponsible. Hopefully she didn't hit somebody else and just take off, or you might find yourself with a felony hit and run warrant if somebody reported the license plate. Consider the cost of repairs to be your tuition at a school where you just learned a very important lesson. Get her to talk about it via text, like acknowledge that it happened. You start talking about it and she responds type thing, then dump her and sue for damages. So your girlfriend actively drives drunk and high, which endangers other people and herself. Awful, illegal, selfish behavior. She breaks your property and instead of taking responsibility tells you to pay for her damages. Cheap, disgusting, terrible behavior. She belittles you and you actively allow her to treat you like shit. Why are you with this person? Report her to the police, sue her for the damages to your car, and stop being a doormat. Dump her, bro. That is not a woman you'd want raising your children. She sounds like she lack maturity. Also get a lawyer for compensation. Change your name to Matt and go lie in front of the door. Break up with her. Don't support this behavior. What the fuck is wrong with her? Sounds like your girlfriend may have done a hit and run, so report her to the police. They would have a record on file if she hit someone else's car. Break up with her. She has no respect for you and your belongings. I know a lot of people drive while high and think they're fine, and maybe they're right. I was going to write a proper response. Until I read those last few words. Wow. Absolutely dumb her. This speaks deeper to her character. She should offer to cover everything without even question. Instead she lies and doesn't tell you, waits till the next day and then expects you to pay for it. I'm at a loss. Dump her, even if she ends up paying. She is not serious about you bro in the first place. She is enjoying life to the fullest and you are the one paying for stuff. I would suggest you to force her to at least contribute some money for the repair. Lastly, you should definitely get someone better and dump her. Why would you let her use your car? This is on you. Ground her from your car. Led her to believe that you will allow her to use it again after she has paid 100% damages. After she does, do not allow her to even so much as be a passenger in your car. And maybe get the fuck out if you can. Sorry, Op. If you have clearly communicated to her that it's her responsibility to repair the damage she caused, then you have a problem. It's tempting to want to maintain a relationship with her, but you have to ask yourself what she is communicating by her actions. Actions speak louder than words. Is she showing respect and love for you? Or is she showing disdain and contempt? She can say that she loves you, but you only ever know a person's heart by watching what they do as well as what they say. Well, I guess if you have to pay to get it fixed because it's your car, then she doesn't need to drive your car. People who drive under the influence are bad people. This is a red flag. The one who breaks is the one who pay. And a person who drive while high is not the partner for life. And also the situation showed her true colors, how she feels about you and your property.